What time is it? It's JRPG time. The loading screen's quick. This cutscene starts as soon as you log out.
Users have all awakened.
I tried to log out at the end of the last episode. After the last episode, this cutscene started. Luckily, I had a premonition this might happen right before I clicked to log out, and I went and saved first, so I didn't have to redo the last dungeon. And this cutscene started. I just alt F forward. Aina and Ida. Did I make that connection previously? I'm so glad that I preserved that cutscene for this video series. I'm sure it's the fulcrum on which this whole plot rests. GU to resume activities, okay.
So Yada got reinstated to GU?
Yes, I did get some mail from Yada, but it was after I talked to Pai. What do you mean lay low? God damn it. Fine. I'm still not convinced Ovan is a real person. Didn't he say something about being an FSF user previously to me? Ovan.
It's up to you. Even for email, that's not much to go on. We can't solve.
So is this why Ovan wants just to defeat him? His avatar's rampant. He's barely holding it together. That's why he's doing all this stupid shit.
About this, but I've got no to play along.
And molesting little boys and telling them how to use electricity in the real world. He'll stop doing that as if we defeat his avatar. Hackers. You can't claim to love the world more than anybody if you're a dirty, no-good hacker.
Ida's just a piece of everything that's happened.
I don't care. That doesn't matter. Okay, we have to wait for Pai to contact us. I did do some leveling. I did level up in between. Saku emailed me. Why? Why is the fake emailing me? Okay, I don't care. Yes, good, fine. I'm not gonna call it Bo's big sister because Bo doesn't have a big sister. There, go ahead and vanish. Fuck off. You're not good for Bo. It's not good for Bo to have an imaginary friend that he thinks is real. Imaginary twin. It's not good for him. So, yes, fuck off. I don't know why the developers thought, oh, you know what's a good way to resolve this cool twist we came up with where Saku and Bo are actually one person and that's why they've been controlling the same character the whole time. Make it so Saku's not real, but also then make it so that Haseo and Bo really care about Saku sticking around.
Huh? Darn it. This was just a dead end.
Oh god, what is this? What is this even? Is this half of the Geminis? It's one of those copyrighted songs that I don't think is worth getting a copyright claim on my fucking videos for. I mean, the channel's not monetized, so it's not the end of the world, but it's like, everybody fucking sucks off how good, they're like, everybody's like, this soundtrack is so good. Oh, that's Aina, I've seen her before. Everybody's like, this soundtrack is so good. It's one of the things people praise to high heavens about this game. It's literally just, the whole fucking soundtrack. And every time this fucking choir comes in and starts fucking doing this bullshit, my video gets copyright claimed. So like, I don't like the music. I don't like the choral music, and I don't think it's worth getting my video. Theoretically, if this channel was demonetized, getting my video demonetized over. It's not fucking worth it.
Extremely strong Ida presence. was detected.
If this what all that is to say is if this channel was monetized, I would have stopped playing hackgu a long time ago because of all the copyright claims.
Your map. Check there first.
And it's all because of the like this song that's playing right now. Listen.
Hurry.
I don't think that section is going to get copyright because it tells me exactly what spots of the video are the problem. And it's always the spots where it's like, oh, we are the big choir, a big choir song. I hate it. I hate that shit. It's not good. It's not good music.
Let's follow after her.
It's like, I think the plot is fun in like a schlocky kind of way, but the atmosphere that is the other half of what everybody praises this game and the first game, and the whatever you call it, the tetragrammatron, hack tetragrammatron. Both of these games get praised both for their plot, which, I mean, look, I'm going to say I understand because it is anime schlock. Like, at its heart, it's an anime schlock. I guess it was one of the first isekai, but it's not even really isekai. So it's like, it's one of the first ones that did like, oh, it's a video game, but it didn't even invent isekai because it's not isekai. I guess the first one kind of is because you can't log out. Where are we looking for? But, I mean, the plot is, it is what it is. I like it because I am enjoying it, and the characters are fun for what they are, as long as they're not super important children. As long as, like, teenagers, whatever. Do whatever you want with teenagers, that's par for the course. You know, but when you start bringing preteens into the equation, I'm like, no. This better be like a child acting like a child. Like Tales generally does this really well. Any of the characters that are supposed to be under like 14 tend to act like Cheetahs in Tales of Symphonia. Acts like a little kid. Annis in I think that's her name. In Tales of the Abyss. She acts inappropriate, but it's in a childlike way, who's like a kid that knows stuff it's not supposed to know. And like, but unless you got, you know, what am I supposed to be doing? And then the atmosphere. The atmosphere is the other part of what everybody seems to love about this game, and I just don't fucking get it. Like, other than the graphics being good for their time, even when you take into account that the textures and models have definitely been, you know, redone since the original release. It didn't look exactly like this. Before its time, I've seen screenshots. Like, yes, it was a good looking game. That part of the atmosphere I get. The music I don't get. Like, it's the general music, like what we're listening to right now, is what I would call passable. It's like fine. Oh, we finally have an excuse to go down that alley. It's like fine, the music here. I wouldn't put it in my I wouldn't put it on my standout list, but it's not offensive. But then the music that plays over like the key important, the epic choir music, that's the part that I'm almost positive is what stands out to people, and I don't like it. And it gets my videos copyright claimed every time. So what? Why are we fucking and these pauses, man? That's another part of the padding, and like, I don't think you can fully explain all the pauses between dialogue lines with the fact that they originally had to load them off of a... Like, these are intentional pauses, a lot of them. It's like, why are you sitting here? looking at these characters staring at nothing for several seconds earlier. They were like, oh, what's that over there? I don't know, it's off screen and you're not showing me. Stop it.
We follow them. We're going after Bo. Invite me into the party. I'll commence area hacking here.
I've seen people say like, oh, well, no, see, you don't understand. You were supposed to play these with 4 months in between because of the episodic nature, because of the scam. This is more people fooling themselves into thinking they didn't pay $150 for one fucking video game. But I've seen they're like, oh, you're supposed to wait 4 months in between volumes. But no. It took me 4 months to play one volume because I'm playing for like an hour a week. So don't give me that shit. And I know a lot of people binge these types of games. And so they get through a whole volume in a week. But I don't buy that that's how they're supposed to be paced. I think they're supposed to be like, because when I was a kid, I played a lot of JRPGs, and it was, what am I supposed to be doing now? This? Yeah, okay. And it was like half an hour before school, you know? It wasn't like I was playing for 20 hours a week and then getting through a whole 100-hour game in like a month, a little over a month. You know what I mean? It could take me several months to beat a good JRPG, which is to say, not quite the slow pace that I'm doing this because I wasn't recording it. I wasn't recording it in specific chunks to put it up on the internet 1 week at a time. But
he might be further in. Let's go ahead.
But it's still like I space them out. I've always done that with JRPGs. I think of them like anime. I treat them like anime. And I feel like a lot of them are meant to be paced like anime. Like you have episodes that like the quest structure and the main plot line of a lot of JRPGs. It's like, all right, you have this mission. It's like it's specific. Then maybe you have a mission that forwards the overall plot. Then you have some side missions that are clearly meant to be like a filler episode. Here's the filler episode for this week. You play that, then you put it down for a few days because you don't have time. You got to go to school or work, and then you pick it back up, and it's a new episode. And it doesn't matter. Just like an anime, you can follow the overarching plot line when it pops up. It's not like I get confused. I'm like, oh, well, no, I didn't play it for a whole week, so I don't even know who is Oval, but not the joke that I just call him Oval is a joke. This is me legitimately being confused about the main plot. That never happens. I could put down a JRPG for like a month and still be fine. I don't know why people seem to. I've seen, and I'm not just making this up. I've seen people be like, "Well, I can't. I have to binge games, otherwise I don't know what I get confused. I don't know what's happening. I have to start the whole game." That only happens to me if I don't play a game for like years. I can put off a game for 3-4 months. I've done that with like Yakuza games where I'm like, I put it down because I played like 2 of them back to back. I played one and then I started another one right after that. And then I got halfway through or got almost to the end and then started playing. There it is. I'm used to it being on the left. And I wasn't lost when I picked it up like 4 months later. It's fine. It has to be like multiple years before I'm like, I just better restart the game.
Do we have to fight?
So like a week at a time, or like, put down. That's how I'm able to play so many different games all the time, even when I'm not playing. It's because I don't have this need. I'm not saying I've never binged a game. Binge games sometimes. That's fine. I'm not talking against. I'm not anti-binging games. I just don't know why people think that the only way to play games is to binge them. Maybe that's why so many people just don't finish games. It's because they're like, oh well, if I don't binge it, then what? I can't. It's so. People watch weekly shows all the time. People watch serialized weekly shows, TV shows all the time. I get that they've fallen out of favor a little bit, but they come back. People like. Some people will wait till the end of a series for a show. Some people do that, but not everybody does that. Otherwise, they would stop making weekly serials, period. They would just stop doing it. Obviously, most people in the world have the attention, have the memory capabilities to remember what's been going on for, to not forget stuff. If they don't, even if they don't play the whole fucking 80-hour game in a weekend. Over the course of like a 4-day weekend. They're like, I got a long weekend. I'm gonna sleep 4 hours a night and beat this whole fucking game. Most people don't do that kind of thing. Although most people don't finish games, as I've said before. Because my whole point is I feel like people treat video games differently than other kinds of long-form media. When you don't have to. There's episodes. Just like with the TV show that is multiple, like TV ready for internet, kind of. What the fuck? Was I just supposed to go in that room? It looked like a dead end, so I didn't go in there, but maybe there's a cutscene. What was I saying? Like you watch 3 or 4 episodes. You have 4. You got a half-hour show that's a serialized format. It's all dumped all at once, or it's already all finished, so you don't have to. You're not forced to wait a week between episodes. There's also the option that a lot of people do, many people do, where it's like, well, I've got 2 hours tonight. Let's watch 4 episodes of that show, and then they don't watch it again for a week. Like, there is a middle ground between watching exactly one episode per week of a thing and binging the whole thing straight as soon as you can, with nary but sleep in the way, if that, right? There's a middle ground there. And what I'm saying is, it's not just JRPGs. Do I have to? Oh, it does. I didn't read the thing. I've been avoiding combat because I didn't read the thing because I've been too busy with my whatever ranting. This isn't. I can already tell you this is just another ranting episode. So if you want to get through this dungeon to the next cutscene, feel free. I might still be talking about this though. Well, warning for you. I might still be talking about. Most video games are not paced like just here's the story, here's the one story, and there's no natural breaking points in it. Like, most video games are not if they're longer than a couple movies. A video game that's like 3 or 4 hours long is intended, like some games are, yes, intended to be played in a single sitting, right?
It's my turn.
And obviously those will not be episodic in nature, but I feel like most video games, not episodic games like released in chunks like this one, but most games have like natural breaking points where it's like, here's a spot where you can put the game down and it's a natural conclusion to some little plot points, Like a mission. Missions, levels, quests, main story missions, levels, and quests for RPG type games. Generally speaking, you can stop there. And then you can put the game off. You can put the game down for 2 months. Because you've got other shit going on. You don't want to play the game. Or you just don't feel like it. You're not in the mood. You're too busy playing 5 other games a week, so you don't get around to Tales of Symphonia for like 3 weeks, you know? And Tales of Symphonia isn't the fairest comparison because I played that game like 5 times in my life since it came out when I was a teenager, since I originally played it in high school. So it's not, most of it isn't like I'm coming to it with it. All of it's I'm never confused. Even if I put it down for a year or 2, I would still be able to pick it up and be like, oh yeah, it's this part of the game. I'm at this part of the game because I've played it so much. But you know, then whatever game, I can't think of. I play a variety of different games all the time. And that's how I do it, is because I'm not afraid to put a game down for months and pick it up without feeling the need to start over. That's really what it's down to. And I finish games if I like them. If I don't like a game, I'm not afraid to put it down forever. But if I do like a game, I finish them. And that is something most people don't seem to do, and it's really weird to me because of how expensive these fucking things are. People with their quote-unquote lives, their quote-unquote so busy lives that they can't even like manage to play a game for half an hour a week. Which most long games are structured so that you're perfectly. It's not really that. It's they don't want to think. They don't want to bring, and thinking, I'm not talking about like, you know, deep thought, like,
It doesn't look
It looks like he's all.
we're chasing Bo. Jesus Christ. I wasn't even paying attention to this. Oh, back to town. Okay, that's fine. Like, it's because they just want to play Grand Theft Auto 5 multiplayer, Grand Theft Auto Online. They don't want to play something new, so they play Grand Theft Auto Online, and before they know it, it's been 6 months since they started that game. I can't understand, like, if you're 2 hours into a 80-hour RPG, why you might as well be like, or even 10 hours into an 80-hour RPG. What pie? I don't care where Bo went. We're not his parents. Like, if you're barely into a game and then you don't play it for 6 months, I can understand why you're like, I might as well restart it, but then you don't want to put that 10 hours back into it. That's understandable. But I don't think you would be in that situation if you actually wanted to play new games and you did it like new to you games, and you, instead of just sitting down and playing Grand Theft Auto or Super Smash Brothers or Call of Duty or just like the same old mindless shit that you play when you don't want to think about anything. And I'm not knocking that in general, but I am knocking that when that's all you do. I'm not even knocking that when that's all you do. I'm knocking that kind of, God damn it. I'm knocking that kind of behavior, that kind of like, oh, I don't have that much time for games, so instead of spending that time on novel games, like new game experiences that I haven't played before, I'm just going to play Minecraft or whatever comfort food. I've got plenty of comfort food games. And even if that's the only thing you have time for is your comfort food games, I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is people buying every game that comes out and then not playing them. Because that's how you get a shitty AAA game scene that we have today. That's how AAA turns into the overproduced glut of $100 million games with top of the line graphics that aren't interesting or fun. And because people buy them because, oh, look, sparkly graphics, and this is the thing that people have been all big and hyped for the past 2 years, and it's finally out, and now we're going to talk about it around the water cooler at work with my couple of gamer friends at work who also buy every new hype to shit game and then don't fucking play it for more than a couple of hours.
Now that.
Because they're too busy playing Grand Theft Auto Online with me. I have a problem with that. Stop fucking buying games that you have no intention of playing. Unless they come in a bundle. Like if my bundle rule is one game has to be worth it for you. Like if I'm gonna get a $60 game for $12 and it comes with like 6 other games, then fine, whatever. If I want that game, that's the only way I think it's appropriate, like smart,
The PC who posted like any
to end up with 1,000 games in your Steam library, like I have with a lot of them, where I'm like, I'm never gonna fucking play this game. I don't give a shit about this game. It's because those games just came packaged with games I did give a shit about. I know people where, like, I go to their game shelf in their house. They have, of course, these people love physical copies of games. These types of people that don't play the games. They love physical copies of games. They love to quote-unquote own
posted on the forums.
a representation of the license that they paid for. They love to have that on their shelf and look at it. I've gone through people's shelves and I'm like, there was no fucking chance in hell. Why did you buy this game? You don't read visual novels. I know you. You don't fucking read visual novels. Why do you have 3 visual novels in box on your shelf? This makes no fucking sense to me. And I know people that have tons of those and all they fucking play is Grand Theft Auto and Smash Brothers. It's wild. It's wild. Guess we're going back here again. Barely getting any missions. You can see I leveled up in between. I absolutely didn't need to. I wasn't expecting me to sit here and not make progress because I'm too busy ranting about the state of human beings in that play video games. I'm guessing we are going back here. It doesn't matter because this whole plot line seems to be about fucking Sakubo, which, good lord, we're spending way too much. Volume 3 should have been called, what's this one, Recollection? Who are you? Big Mountain. Okay. Yeah, thanks, go away. No, I don't think... What? Oh, it's oh no, it's Gaspard.
I thought I heard somebody.
It's either Gaspard or Pyros. I can't tell the difference from them from by voice alone. If I close my eyes, I don't know which one's Pyros and which one's Gaspard. It seems like it must be one of the easiest kind of cartoon voices to do because it pops up ever so often. Technically, 2 people have played Teddy in English in Persona 4, and they both sound exactly the same to me. So, it's Pyros. Okay.
Whoa, hey, what's wrong?
Oh, you with the great eye!
What is the... Oh, I forgot about the Sentai music. I forgot he had Sentai music.
PC has decided to appear!
Okay, that's fine. Can we move it along? I'm a hacked NPC.
Disgustingly.
I'm not hacked, I guess. I'm
There's no point getting
official part of the lore of the game, right? Poem. You know, normally when they have great people lore in MMOs, like Final Fantasy XIV has you're a great person lore, doesn't it? I haven't played it, but I've watched videos about it, and I've seen people on Twitter who are stuck in that fucking trap. That one makes it so that the main the player character of the MMO is the special one. Like, if Final Fantasy XIV had a weird poem about the Twilight, I think it's the Twilight Epitaph. If Final Fantasy XIV had the equivalent of that, you could be for sure that that every player character would have an epitaph. There would be millions of people with epitaphs, and they would just ignore it. They would just ignore that fact for cutscenes. That's how most MMOs would do this, I think. Credit for them. They don't give a shit about making people feel like it's unfair if they find out that, oh no, why is Gaspard here? What are we supposed to be doing next? We have to, okay, bring Pi to Fading Moonflower Glory. Ghost Girl. Wait, is this? Oh no, this must be Aina. Aina. That we're chasing now. And Aina took off with Saku. Which I guess would mean that Bo can't log in, right? Or was that Bo in the cutscene? I mean, it's always Bo. It's always Bo at every cutscene. Let's stop fucking pretending. Okay, Pyrrhus is still here. What is this?
What is this?
That's what I said.
Chico! That pretty young ghost in that cutesy goth clothes is nowhere.
Alright, listen, Pyrrhus, I'm gonna need you to stop talking like that before I call somebody.
To think I fell for false information.
So it was really fake?
The girl PC in the white clothes is coming.
Yeah, we need to look through. I don't want to hear about Ida's holes.
Let's try.
So when it sounds so close to Ina. And that's what we're chasing. Alright, yeah, I figured as soon as Pyrrhus said he couldn't, it was a false, I was like, well, it's because he doesn't have that glitch program installed on his computer like we do. It'll be fine. We have to kill these guys.
Down.
I guess.
Ghost Falcon!
Did I hit the other guy in the crossfire? Did it kill him? It did. It was ridiculous. Did that unlock these? No. I guess these are exits. These are out points, the white ones. It's been a while since I've had to do a teleport maze. I'm not happy about this. Okay, oh my god. See? The fairy orb doesn't even help when we're in this situation. Which is it that one? Maybe this one's gonna be straightforward. We can ignore these guys, right? No, they're in the way. It's dead. It's fine. So this whole time, I don't normally read the subtitles in the battle because I didn't realize until now that Pi has supposed to have been saying, as I expected this whole time. How hard is fucking that? How hard is that? Either fix the subtitle, it's one fucking word. Either fix the subtitle or fucking have the actors say it in the booth. God damn it. There's a lot of those with the barks, with the combat barks. Just fucking fix it. I don't give a shit. You're a fucking corporation. You have the fucking means to make sure that shit is right. Oh god, I fucking hate these dungeons. Oh man. I think we did it. I think we've accomplished I think we managed to bumblefuck our way into the right thing immediately. I'm not going to complain about that. That's not something I could rightly complain about. Oddly, there was no chance of it not being in time. We are in no danger. I should turn off I should set them both to not use SP, but I also don't think it really matters. It's not going to be that important. I'm not going to be careful. I'm going to use a smoke screen. Because there's 2 fucking groups of enemies in this tiny room. I'm just going to run past both of them. Where is my smoke screen? I keep forgetting that they're on the right now. Do I need... Oh no, we're still here. We're still right. We're still on this block. How many blocks are there going to be in this dungeon? I'll see you at the next cutscene.
I guess there's an outer dungeon.
Oh god. Yes, there is, Haseo.
Head somewhere.
Probably. There were 3 blocks. There were a total of 3 blocks, so I sat and walked through 2 procedurally generated nightmare hallways in silence. And then at the end of it, I had to wander through the 3rd nightmare hallway until I found an anomaly. I had to search for an anomaly in the 3rd fucking nightmare hallway. And it brought me to a 4th nightmare hallway. God damn it. I goddamn hate the dungeons in this game. The dungeon crawling. Like, the combat would not be as annoying to me if it wasn't for the dungeon crawling. And the dungeon crawling wouldn't be as annoying to me if it wasn't for the combat. They really do hold each other's hands perfectly for making me fucking hate this game. For making me fucking miserable for 15 minutes at a time. Like, oh, here's the least interesting dungeon. Some of the least interesting dungeons in modern gaming. And here by modern, I mean like past 1992 or something, like post Super Nintendo, when they were like, okay, let's start making dungeons something other than just death corridors. Because this is just a death corridor, which, or let's have death corridors, but with like fun and engaging combat, with meaningful decisions, where players don't just feel like, well, I might as well just be over leveled so that so my meaningless decisions will be more effective. I can get through it faster. AKA, I can get through it faster. Because I don't really care about the systems. They don't make the combat more fun. They just make it more tedious. They're not necessary, so I don't do them. As I've said in the previous episode. Like, if I did have to worry, like, oh, well, no, look, you need to do this because otherwise any one of these monster encounters, if you're at an appropriate level, if you're within the level range that we expect you to be in, any one of these, or even if not, any one of these encounters has an instant death spell that can take out your entire party. That wouldn't be a good fit for this game, that kind of thing. A Shin Megami Tensei kind of thing. That wouldn't be a... I would be complaining about that if this game did that, but it has the dungeons of a game that does that. Is the problem. It has the dungeon layout of an SMT game. The dungeon format, which is just hallways with rooms, and every once in a while you have to fucking do a teleport maze. It's regular mazes and teleport mazes, all this fucking game is. But then they didn't even have the combat to back it up. So you're just stuck waiting through uninteresting slog of a dungeon. And on your way through it is an uninteresting slog of combat, is a bunch of uninteresting combat encounters. You have to wade through a bunch of shitty, annoying combat encounters. I don't even know which teleporter this is taking me to. That was the wrong one again. Which one is the right one? Okay, it's pointing me at that one, But is that the one I came through? It sticks me right in the fucking middle of these two teleporters. Which fucking one takes me back? Okay, I turned to the left and it took me to a new place. Okay, I think I selected that same teleporter 3 times in a row. Here we are. It's Bo and Ina. Or Saku and Ina. I don't care. It's Bo and Ina. Even if it's Saku, it's Bo. Oh, good lord.
Hey! Hi, Haseo!
It's Bo. Of course it's Bo.
Bo!
Get away from her!
Why? What for?
Ina's alright. She's my friend. Hatred. Love. Joy. Sadness.
That would have been less funny. I would have been less like, because I don't think this game ever wants me to laugh. I don't think this game ever in the world. Oh, they're just turning Saku and Bo into one person correctly.
Only one.
At least they resolved this. At least it looks like they're going to resolve this storyline properly.
It's so
It really did seem like for a long time, for the last 2 episodes, it's felt like they're gonna make it so that Saku and Bo go back to being 2 people.
That was...
In any case,
Luckily, it seems like they're not. Luckily, it seems like they
outer dungeon.
decided to not do that. Okay, 2 town. God damn it. 2 town. Why would I say no? I guess because 2 town is the platform rest should be the default option, and then yes should be the default option.
Guess I worried you. I didn't mean to.
I don't care.
Sorry.
I don't give a shit.
I'm just glad that you're alright.
It's a video game, Haseo. Of course it's alright.
See you later.
If not, it's not our problem. It's its parents' problem.
I'm going to go.
They should be spending more time paying attention to what their fucking kid is doing anyway. Alright, I have new mail. Let's see if there's gonna be a cutscene before I can check my mail. It looks like there is. Wait. No. It just took forever to load the OS. Okay, see you next week for another JRPG time.